Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be continuing the same lesson, A Wrong Man in Workers' Paradise. So let's begin with it. Brows drawn, she asked. What do they mean, all those lines and colors? What is their purpose? The man laughed. Nothing. A picture may have no meaning and serve no purpose. Girl went away with her picture. At home, away from prying eyes, she held it in the light, turned it round and scanned the painting from all angles. At night, she moved out of bed, lighted a lamp and scanned it again in silence. For the first time in her life, she had seen something that had no meaning and no purpose at all. In the previous video, it is already explained half of the lesson. So in case you have not watched it, I request you to please watch it before watching this one. So let's begin here. So here the man had given the picture, the painted picture to the girl. So now the girl, she asked the man, what does it mean? What is their purpose? So the man started laughing and he said, a picture may not have any purpose or it may not have any meaning. It is just a drawing, it's just a painting. So the girl took that picture home, and after going to home, away from the other people, she held it in the light and she started looking it round and round. She started scanning the entire painting from all angles, and at night she would move out of her bed and light a lamp and again look at the picture. She would admire the beauty of it. And for the first time in her life, she has felt something that which does not have any meaning or no purpose at all. Because in Workers' Paradise, whatever they did, it actually had some meaning or it had some purpose. When she set out for the torrent the next day, her hurrying feet were a little less hurried than before, for a new sense seemed to have awakened in her, a sense that seemed to have no meaning and no purpose at all. She saw the painter standing by the torrent and asked in confusion, "What do you want of me?" "Only some more work from your hands." "What kind of work would you like?" "Let me make a colored ribbon for your hair," he answered. "And what for?" "Nothing." Now the next day, as usual, she went to the torrent, but this time her hurrying feet were a little less hurried than before. She was not in a hurry. And again there she saw that man standing there. And again she goes and asks him, "What do you want of me?" So the man says, "I need some more work from your hands." So she asks, "What kind of work do you want?" So the man says that he can make a colored ribbon for her hair, to tie her hair. And she asks, "What is the use of that?" And he says, "Nothing." Again, ribbons were made bright with colors. The busy girl of Workers' Paradise had now to spend a lot of time every day tying the colored ribbon around her hair. The minutes slipped by, unutilized. Much work was left unfinished. In Workers' Paradise, work had, of late, begun to suffer. Many persons who had been active before were now idle, wasting their precious time on useless things such as painting and sculpture. So this man made some colorful ribbons and gave it to the girl. Now the girl used to spend a lot of time every day tying those colored ribbons around her hair. And as those minutes passed by, her work was left unfinished. And in Workers' Paradise, just because of this man, it was not only the girl's work was unfinished, many people who had been active were now idle just because of him, and they too started wasting their precious time on such useless things. The elders became anxious. A meeting was called. all agreed that such a state of affairs had so far been unknown in the history of the workers' paradise. The aerial messenger hurried in, bowed before the elders, and made a confession. "I brought a wrong man into this paradise," he said. "It is all because of him." The man was summoned. As he came, the elders saw his fantastic dress, his quaint brushes, his paints, and they knew at once that he was not the right sort for workers' paradise. Now the elders of workers' paradise, they were very anxious. They were worried, and they called a meeting, and all agreed that this had happened for the first time in workers' paradise. They all were worried what is happening in workers' paradise. And in that meeting, the aerial messenger, he comes running and he tells in front of the elders, he says that I have done a mistake. Everything that is happening in the workers' paradise, it is all because of that man, and I am sorry because I was the one who brought a wrong man into this paradise. So this man was summoned, he was called, and when he came or when he entered, the elders, looking at his attire, the entire paint and brushes, they knew that this person was not the perfect one to be in workers' paradise. Stiffly, the president said, "This is no place for the like of you. You must leave." The man sighed in relief and gathered up his brush and paints. But as he was about to go, the girl of the silent torrent came up tripping and cried, "Wait a minute, I shall come with you." The elders gasped in surprise. Never before had a thing like this happened in workers' paradise. A thing that had no meaning and no purpose at all. So finally, the president of workers' paradise, he says to this man that this place is not for you, so you must leave immediately. And this man was relieved. He was very happy that he is going away from here. And he started gathering all his brushes and paints, and he was about to leave, but the girl of the silent torrent, she comes running and she starts saying, "Wait a minute, I will come with you." She wanted to go with him. Now the elders, they were shocked. They were in a surprise. Never before such a thing had happened in workers' paradise. A thing that had no meaning and no purpose at all. Thank you for watching. In case you have any doubts, you can please comment below. Keep watching, keep liking for more videos. Thank you and have a nice day.